Looks like we did have a bit of a delay, but we are getting right into map 2 on Ascent.
Yeah, just an itty-bitty gear issue, and we are right into the game as that is solved. And we will see who is going to be taking Ascent between T1 and Gen G. We do see that T1 have elected to start off on the defense, it looks like.
Yeah, it does look like the defense.
Although the color's in the top.
Yeah, the UI will have to be swapped. We've had that before, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with the confusion just a bit. We'll try to keep you guys in line. But looking at the IDs here, it looks like it should be Gen G on attack. Yep. Got dead on that KO. I mean, let's be very honest. His raise, while compositionally it made sense, his raise did not look that spectacular. He's now back on his comfort pick of KO.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, you know, I was looking forward to seeing what he could do. I feel like he was kind of like let off the leash. He was let loose, and then, you know, the rabid dog was pulled immediately back in. After map 1, he's like, well, actually, never mind. No more freedom for you. Back to KO for you. And Goddead is an incredibly talented player, you know. It's just, not every map is your day. Here comes Gen G on the attack, as they will try to make their way onto this B site.
Now, T1 is kind of stuck in backside. Backup has to arrive, but Meteor is here to cut it off. The question is, the shorty in backside, will it find a kill? It finds one, but cannot connect to two. Oh, Munchkin?
Munchkin just hanging out in the corner. They didn't quite clear that out. They get there eventually. Now it's all up to Ban, who will not be able to stand up to the two of them. And there you go. Gen G, a quick round 1 victory.
A very good attack. I mean, they just wait for the Nanoswarm, immediately burst in. And then Meteor is able to actually go all the way towards Link just to cut off, you know, the reinforcement. So, a good setup. Understanding, again, what the win conditions are. Good comms as well. We're hitting a lot more again, right? I mean, it started to get a little quiet in the second half of Fracture for Gen G, but they're coming back alive here after the pistol. Gen G is leading 1-0.
Yeah. Poor Timmy Turret just sent out to his death. Just trying to get some information. King is going to take 3 points of damage. As, okay, now it's a little bit of a issue as they tried to push through the smoke there, but there were multiple members of T1 waiting in position.
Yeah, they should be able to get a pretty easy entry into A. They'll even use the Paranoia just to ensure. Now, Eco is ready there. Or Zeta, rather. Oh, but Ban!
It's pretty huge. He's going to try to get this gun, but doesn't expect that TS is right there, just protecting it. Here's Carpe, trying to hold on, gets one. And looking for a couple more. Flash up top, 2. Carpe! Flash again.
He dodges it, though. Goddead not quite sure if he's... Oh, my God, Carpe! Back in prime form!
He rolls out the red carpet for himself and picks up a second round for the team. And by second round, I mean he takes the second round, so ties it up 1-1.
I mean, we had the operator play from yesterday, the great hold on that A site. He clutches it again with a Sheriff, and people who have been following Carpe's career, they know what's coming. He wants to reclaim his seat as the GOAT, and he is on his way to do so here in Pacific.
It's so cool that he knows his situation. Look at that, he's not even overreacting after that crazy clutch, but like, he knows that they're all holding Spectres, so he's like, they're probably going to try to spray me down. I just got to settle my aim and click on the head. 1, 2, 3, he does it. As now, click onto the site, come Gen G. A Phantom picked up by Meteor. He dies to a shock dart.
Yeah, they now have to crowd this in. Oh, goes for the reload. Out of bullets there.
Uh-oh. And now Gen G are wrestling back control.
Well, I mean, it's 3 members. They're all in the site. King not hit by the Paranoia. He is good to defend.
Ooh, nice try. Nearly catches him out, but now it's all Saya player. He is the only one left. He's trying to get the jump onto Gen G through smoke.
Yeah, they've got everything covered, and King just crouching down to make sure he doesn't get spotted early in that smoke.
Yeah. So Gen G now leading 2-1 in the score as they immediately pull it back. They still had a Phantom on Meteor. Even after they lost that second round, they were able to purchase that for him. He gets the entry going on B. And that's essentially what makes it possible for them to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those times where that hero rifle really comes in handy, breaks open the sight for you. And now Gen G will return the favor, put T1 back on to a eco round.
Here.
And it looks like it's just going to be Sheriff. So it looks like it's just going to be another fast hit. As long as they don't face too much opposition, as long as it doesn't seem to be a 5-stack on A, Gen G is looking to strike. Now, once again, we remind you, Gen G is on attack.
Yeah. And they're leading 2-1. Lockdown is coming down here. The Nanos, well, actually just the grenade from the KO is coming down as now in goes Meteor. Nanoswarm on the back of the site. So he's going to try to clear it up. The rest of the members who were pushed out by the lockdown.
Now the fragment already used up. T1 is in decent position. Of course, they are only on pistols, though. The fragment will buy some time here for Goddamn, but he has to actually swing out from his own fragment. He does get 2, though.
Yeah, he's going to rethink that the next time he's in that position. Kind of unfortunate. I mean, there were so many members in T1, so it was somewhat inevitable as the Ares purchased by Zeta. Somebody alert Achilleos. It's one step worse than the Odin as now Eco in Hell lands to Ban, though, trying to make this possible.
Yeah, but a 1v1. Ban trying to stick it to the half. King checks him.
Oh, he got half.
Oh, and King, he has the confidence that he had to let go for a while. Waits for the late repeak. Wow, I mean, honestly, if they weren't able to hold for a bit longer in Hell, I believe it was Eco on the side of Gen G. That retake looked very successful thanks to Zeta's Ares.
Yeah. Very interesting choice. Goddead with the fragment and runs into 4 members of T1. And then Eco holds it down underneath. King stops the defuse. Very nicely done. Gen G currently in the lead 3-1 now.
Yeah, they did have a massive lead in Fracture on the first half as well, though. It's going to be much more about staying focused, keeping it up even after the half-side switch. A fast no command. Gen G, they are not looking to let go of their tempo at all, but what is this? The Hunter's Fury just completely shuts down the entry.
Yeah. Very interesting. I mean, he's going to pick up the... Oh, no, he's just going to join his teammates perhaps on A. He's going to teleport in the back of the site. Says it's all cleared up, but Munchkin going to take out Goddead, who is down on the ground. TS not able to clear out the back of the site. And now it's all up to King 1v5.
Yeah, so obviously Gen G had always kept the option open as a potential fake here. However, the problem was that the entry was shut down simply with the Hunter's Fury. I mean, there was no need for T1 to rotate over to B. They were already just still holding somewhat default positions just to step back. And then the rotate over to A, not going to amount to anything. A good defensive hold from T1. 2-3 round score.
Yeah. Very interesting back and forth we got going here. T1 able to take the Eco in the second round, and then Gen G immediately pulling it back into their favor with 1 Phantom. Currently in the lead 3-2, and the attacks have been quite strong, I have to say, from the side of Gen G, but T1 are clawing their way. They're sticking in it. It's not an easy task at this moment in time. But now we're going to have, most players able to buy up here, and we should have some sort of stability. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, because of the smoke over towards Tree coming out from Gen G's attack, T1 is forced to use the drone early to see if mid is cleared. That allows them to plant Saya player deep in. They know this is a hit. They've already got Gen G surrounded.
Yeah, that they do. As Ban's underneath, down he goes. And there it is. Zeta comes in, out of the door comes the rest of the team, and Eco's going to shoot down Carpe for now, but yeah, it's going to be up to Meteor alongside of...
I mean, they have no idea. They have no idea.
And down they will go. Meteor, he even has the Blade Storm out here. And he is just surrounded. Able to pick up a Vandal. Looks like he had that, but let's see how this goes. That's another kill. Okay. Quick onto the backside. Makes a lot of noise, but he's still going to take down Zeta. That's 3 kills. 1v1.
Now the spike is still down on the site. Saya understands this. He still sees it. He knows he's dropped.
Oh, the timing. Will he have any idea that he's right here? Puts up a cloud burst.
Saya, he's not really suspecting main as much, but now he suspects it. Oh, and he gets the kill of 4K clutch.
Oh, God. You just got dunked on by Mr. Meteor. Oh my god. 4 kills for the Jet here. And that's going to push Genji way in the lead. We'll see how this all starts out. He gets his first kill underneath with the Spectre.
I mean, he goes for the all-in play. He goes for the 1v1s with the Blade Storm.
And now they got those immediate fist bumps going. Uh-oh. T1 in a little bit of trouble as Genji they're pumped up. I would be like jumping out of my chair even if I was playing in a solo queue game with my friends. Like, this is another level. These guys are really having a ball after that one. Meteor takes a lot of damage now, so I suppose some revenge already given over.
Now T1 trying to peek out. Oh, but King's ready for it. And now T1 has lost control of B main as well, so they actually lose out on much more info, trying to gain a bit of an advantage.
Yeah. He knew that King was somewhere around there, but the exact place where King was standing was the one place he didn't expect, right? You saw like his aim immediately start to go towards Link, and that's exactly where King was. Just sweeps right over him, and unfortunately has no chance. And King with the sharp shot, gonna take him down. So currently 4-2, Genji in the lead on attack. And now with a big advantage in this round as they took out Saya player who had the Blade Storm here.
Yeah, they're trying to fake this out. Yeah, they're planting King deep into B. The smoke out on market as well. And they're making noise to leave. I mean, Genji is doing everything to sell this fake. And it works up to a certain amount. I mean, King eventually does die, though. That means weapon given over for any members that may need it on the side of T1. Meteor just trying to dodge spam coming from above.
Yeah, nice try. Meteor pretty low, but not able to hit the right angle. Here comes T1 now.
You have to expect this paranoia. It's been used so commonly against these regions. Oh, right as the Hunter's Fury comes out.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Now Zeta trying to hold down the site by himself, essentially. Still has a ton of health. As now Pan able to swing on in with the help of Zeta, and they take over the site. A very close one. Starts out with killing the enemy Silva with the grenade, the fragments, and wow. Very nice retake here with tons of time left over for T1. They are keeping it close, 3 rounds to 4.
I mean, you can tell these players, I mean, they are somewhat taking this match personally. Lots of adjustment, lots of these 1v1 duels. I mean, everything on the line. And then, of course, if you've been following Korean esports, T1 versus Gen G. The brand rivalry. It's been going on for so long.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible what happens when these two teams meet, regardless of esport, regardless of time, but especially when the stakes are this high. Let's see what T1 has now. It appears that Gen G don't really have the firepower based on what we've seen. We do have the Sheriff here for TS. Saya player in the corner. Gonna take him out. Doesn't take a single point of damage. Eco himself looking to slowly peek in through main. And that's gonna work.
Last player
just trying to gain some more information. Zeta will trade for that immediately, though, and now it's just the lone God Dead with so little health.
Yeah.
T1, they tie it up once again.
Yeah, 4-4. Current score in this one. T1 able to win, I suppose, another anti-eco. Didn't look like there was a lot of firepower outside of Eco, who was holding, I think, a Vandal in that one in B main. So immediately, timeout going to be called. This time by Gen G, as T1 have been able to win 2 in a row.
Yeah, just trying to make sure it doesn't streak out to too much. I think, you tried to really force the issue with the swift attacks in the early part of the half. Then you slowed things down once T1 started to answer in return. But one of the bigger things is, amidst all of this, Gen G, they haven't really toyed with mid too much, right? They haven't really done that. Still no op on the side of T1. I mean, if there ever was a time to really pressure T1 a bit more in mid, just even toying with the idea, right? Putting up some utility, planting someone there for a round or two, and forcing T1 to have a much more backline default setup. I think that's something maybe Gen G will consider. This fan has ran over here right after their work ended. I mean, a good thing they ran because Paper Rex sped run the first match.
She's probably watching that at her desk. She's like, oh crap, they're winning too fast. I'm going to miss T1. And, well, I hope she caught some of the first map where T1 were able to win.
Now see if T1 can close it out. One map away to go to Masters Tokyo and Champions LA at the end of the year. Now Gen G, all right, yeah, definitely a bit more pressure here towards the middle part of the map. I like it. I mean, this is something they haven't been doing, even the 0 point. I mean, if they can succeed in finding the alarm bot and destroying it, that alone already puts them a step ahead.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, score 4-4. Currently, T1 able to win the last couple of rounds as the smoke comes through. Munchkin able to get some nice damage in, but can't stop them from taking over the B site entirely as the Killjoy gets isolated over here in the back of the spawn.
Yeah, but here's the thing. TS thinks he's being the crafty one sitting in mid, but little does he know. Well, that Saya player's on the flank. I mean, T1 Zeta does get caught, but I think this sells the rotate even harder from Saya. Yeah, there's just no sign of that.
Yeah. Totally isolated.
So much of this relies on King staying alive for Gen G in B main with the Aztec Killjoy. His teammates need to buy enough time where they will not be able to check B main.
The KO buying so much time with the ability denial. They have to come in here pretty late, but T1 able to get that first kill ban. In onto the site, Goddid not looking, and Eco has 6 health by himself. As he will go down and T1 will take over the site. That's 3 rounds in a row now over to the side of T1 as they're even able to hand that defuse over to the KO. A fantastic run that T1 are on right now.
Yeah, a really good retake. I mean, just methodical peeking one angle at a time from T1 and then planting Munchkin at switch to wait for the peek out from main. That meant King could not come for backup. You know, I mean, you saw the rest of the members of Gen G thought that maybe it was going to be a two-way strike. Some of them watching for that alleyway, but it does not happen. And T1 now finally taking the lead for the first time here on Ascent.
Yeah. Really nice spot for them. Of course, they were able to choose the defender side, and it started off very shaky, but well, that was very interesting. That was not the entry you want to see. Gets shot before he's even able to dash into his own cloud burst. And the jet just ends up not amounting to too much.
All right, Hunter's Fury coming out. He does get a tag, and he's going to get the kill on to Eco. Now, oh, he gets another tag as well.
Yeah, he did like 200 damage to that thing.
Oh, King with the stinger, though.
Yeah, he's able to line up a couple of very close range 1v1s. So that's going to be huge now as trying to peek on in with the lockdown. Notes where at least one of them are. Maybe even saw the second as T1 now going to have a hard time making their way onto the site here.
Now, the weaponry not good on Gen G, though, right? This is an eco round for them. I mean, a bit of a half-buy with a couple of these stingers. But because of that, King wanted to recover the weapon. Can't do it. Trying to hide under this drone. He gets spotted. He does not have an exit.
Blocking sight.
Now, not too much time. T1 got to make their way in as TS is trying to gain some information. TP's in behind them. But Zeta has heard this. He's going to take him down, and he's holding the defuse. It's Saya. They clear out the site. Zeta picks up a 4K. And it's an easy defuse for Saya player and T1, 6-4, 4 rounds in a row for T1 on defense.
Man, I mean, whenever TS uses that Omen ultimate, the From the Shadows, it's a very crafty timing. I mean, even here, it's just to try to buy time, make them think that maybe backside is empty, things like that. Just keep Goddead hidden. But they find him right away, they cancel it. And then he's able to just take him out.
Yeah. The comms there, they sounded so happy. They're like, bro, you're so nice. You're so good. Just gassing each other up. It's got to feel good right now for T1 on a big streak. And this is the second timeout for Gen G. Already called in the first half on their map pick. This is critical timing now because if they can't get anything going from here, if they can't swing this back, it's pretty doomed. They have no way to stop it on defense after the half. they're going to be in a really rough spot if they can't bring it back from here.
Yeah, and I like you pointed out the comms from T1 because I think that is actually the biggest difference between these two teams right now, right? Is that T1 constantly having this upbeat mood, just really gassing each other up, praising each other's plays. Whereas Gen G, yes, they'll get hyped up on some of these absolute hyper carry rounds, but overall the mood is pretty somber. I mean, I don't blame them. They had a massive slump. They're just barely trying to stay alive, but sometimes you just need that momentum. I mean, Valorant is a very momentum-based game.
That's why this timeout is, you can mark it now. It's like, this could be what changes it all. Maybe Gen G can pull it back and get 6-6 or at least stabilize a little bit. Or it could just be where T1 begin to run away with the game and then Gen G have no more timeouts. Let's see. Now, Saya trying to peek with the up. He's going to miss that shot. Nice little jiggle from King. Saya gets aggressive even further.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure that they don't suspect him peeking out, but King is ready for it. He knows that Saya will not back down from a fight. Mid already broken open as well.
Yeah.
T1 Zeta is isolated. He does not have backup right now, except for the Odin, but it gets taken out.
Yeah, he did get one. Carpe able to pick off another that tried to peek in a spawn. Still a good spot for Gen G with the man lead 3-2, but still some low health bars here.
Well, yeah, it's not looking healthy. And we've seen T1. They've continuously been doing these retakes. It has been successful hiding. Okay, finally gets spotted by the drone. All right, this arrow, the timing's going to be so crucial. If he can place it just to buy time, no, it just gets taken out right away.
Yeah, Paranoia through. Carpe can't win that duel. Man does. 1v2. Hiko tries to push out, but man gets another. He's got an opportunity here. He's going to put down a smoke, but there's the Nano Swarm.
It's broken.
Oh, he killed it. Oh, my God. King's getting in here. He's got the shorty. Just enough.
Oh.
Just enough.
Man, I mean, you could tell King kind of having those last-minute considerations. Do I jump in? Do I spray? Do I go for the shorty? He finally does, and he'll be the first one to find the kill.
Yeah. As you highlighted, it all comes down to King in many different parts of this map. And that's why we're highlighting him a lot here. As the call to switch to the shorty, a good one. He's able to take him out in the smoke. So Gen G able to maybe springboard off the timeout, just barely winning that round.
Oh, a fast hit, and that just completely shut down the Bladestorm. But Zeta's still alive! I mean, he could just hide the entire time from the Odin. He's hiding in the site.
Yeah, and they have a lockdown here. They're going to try to push it, and it is not going well. Everybody is taken out just like that. And that will be the end of that. T1 in position now, 7-5. They will move over to attack.
Then let's run it again.
And that round was a disaster for Gen G.
Yes, quite so. T1 Zeta also just holding, kind of a cheekier position with the Odin, not the usual right on top of the alley or anything like that, just holding from below. Yeah, when things like that happen, I mean,
yeah. TS probably feeling pretty angry about that kill. Just, nothing really going their way in that round. Meteor tries to get in. As you mentioned, it's really the positioning of the Odin that kind of catches him off guard and means that the entire entry is kind of pulled apart from there.
Okay, 5-7 scoreline. Honestly, not bad for Ascent. You're going over to the defender's side. It's really not a bad position, right? I mean, this is not like copium for anyone. I mean, Ascent generally tends to lean towards that defensive side at the top level of play. You have mirror comps. And both of these compositions actually are revolving a lot around that defensive hold. I mean, you've got things like the Fragment to supplement the Killjoy utility. You've got 0 points and recon bolts to continue to fish for information. You both have a Killjoy, so you can still hold on to that mid information. Now, I'm curious, does T1 start to pressure mid a bit earlier than Gen G did? Because Gen G started that very late into the half, and they just could not really gain momentum off of it.
Well, she's writing a story about how passionate she is for T1 and their run through Pacific.
Well, it's been a very dramatic growth story for T1. And again, I mean, this is not anything to diminish the individual careers of these players, but I mean, you have one player joining Valorant professional level for the first time. You've got another who did not play at the top tier, tier 1 competition, and Van coming up from a North American Challengers team. I mean, there were so many other factors. The other guys, they just haven't played together in so long across any game. It has been a while.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned Ban because that's a strength of T1, the organization, that they've always had, is the ability to spot and scout talent.
Yeah.
And either develop it themselves or to pick up players that are earlier in their careers and say, you're going to be the next big thing. And then they become the next big thing. Like, Ban is certainly creating himself a really fantastic career and story, the beginning of his career, I should say. So I'm excited to see where he goes from there and how far he can go as a player. Now T1 on the attack. We'll see how this one looks.
Ooh, because of that recon bolt in mid, Gen G, they realize they don't have clear information of mid, so now they're going to peek out of it. Of course, they've committed to giving up a site. They cannot try to swarm this with 3 people. They just have to let it go. You've already made your decision.
Yeah. Fragment to clear wine kind of tips them off. They're like, okay, well, looks like they're pushing into A. We're going to have to go for retake. We got pistols, so we'll see how it goes. That shock dart was huge.
Yeah, tons of damage. Meanwhile, the attacker's nanoswarm has been erased by Eco as well up in heaven. So Gen G in prime position for this retake.
Yeah. Pretty good spot. Let's see how they can do it.
Hey, smokes up and Paranoia ready to go.
All right, in they go. Big charge on in as Meteor in the smoke. Able to take out 2, but Saya and Zeta get 1 apiece. Zeta holding down the door. And now it's all up to Eco by himself against 2, and he's getting sprayed down through smoke. Has to peek, and he gets taken out. It's a pistol round, a big one, going the way of T1.
Gen G, the positioning was there. However, the hold right at the door, right at switch. Just a massive hold from T1 Zeta off the back of the initial kill from Saya as well. I mean, just look at him dancing in and out of that cloud burst, making sure that gets the immediate right click. And that's what put them in that advantage in terms of number of people left.
Yeah, it's very true. Just very good read on the situation. It's a hugely volatile position where you've got players charging in from all different angles in a 5v5 pistol. But T1 and Zeta able to hold strong. Gen G now looking to push out of B main just a little bit, try to get some information. They're at a recon bolt as well. But all of T1 are in A main at this moment. They're looking to push once again.
Yeah, and T1, I believe the turret from Munchkin spotted the push out from Meteor. TS able to stop the initial entry though. Oh my God, he's good for 2.
That was crispy as all hell. As he does get that kill, Carpe at least able to clear him out. But he gives a chance, a small opportunity now to his team to try to clutch this one.
Well, all 3 members being spotted. They know it's a 3-man retake from heaven.
Spray comes down, very nicely done. Carpe able to pull out a couple more kills. And that'll be T1 in the lead. Again, 9-5 after taking the 2 rounds.
Yeah, and they'll recover the Bulldog, right? So just a Marshall and I believe a Spectre drop. So not the end of the world going into the bonus round. A really sick shot.
Yeah. But the only 2 that his team was able to get.
Okay, so a pure bonus with the Stinger over on Saya player, it looks like. And Ban just going for the Sheriff as well, so they are just going to go for a 5-man push. Paranoia right off the bat as well.
Saya player tries to get in. He's going to get pretty much destroyed there alone. But he opens up some space for the team to slowly push in.
Now, this is a 4v2, right? So, T1, do they choose to push into defender spawn? Okay, yeah, they want to cut off the reinforcements. But look at TS. Oh, he is holding the off angle.
God did kind of mess that one up, but it's still a great position for Gen G. They hold down the spawn. They have a good idea of where this Killjoy is.
Yeah, and this time they're just making sure they don't give away any free kills. The drone not quite hitting him, but the 0 point will.
And he's about to push straight into the arms of King, who just backs off. He's like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, he has a Bulldog. No reason to kind of go for these ego peaks.
Yeah. Very nicely handled. Munchkin going to take a bunch of damage. God dead. Lower on health. Elects to be the one who peeks him and does pick up the kill. So Gen G back on the board at 6.
Yeah, 6 to 9. Absolutely a gap that you can recover here. I like the patience from Gen G holding in their spawn, right? Recognizing that it could be a pushback out. I mean, we've seen that time and time again. So not rushing to go for backup and then getting caught with their knives out. Trying to catch back up. Killjoy set up on A this time, which means they are going to want to push out of B main with the Jet. The setup's already there with the Sova on the side of Gen G's defense.
A lot of checks into mid. You have an Omen sitting around there.
Bomb grenade out.
Gone dead. Holding at tree. But this is going all A all the time. Let's see how they can hold this down.
Okay, the fragment clearing line as well. This draws Godden back in. Genji's trying to just cut them off at the choke point here.
Yeah. I mean, they have a pretty good idea this is coming A.
Trying to hide from the drone here. But the fragment, Saya player's way too fast. Godden has no idea. He finally gets the kill, but he's traded out.
He just keeps going to the same place and creating havoc. Like, Saya just keeps on getting in their face, and Ban able to get a couple of nice headshots and hold it down. T1 staring down the barrel of a 10th round win.
Spike planted.
Shock dart not going to be good enough. And Eco is just walking away.
So with this, I mean, you're 2 points away from no command on Carpe. You get round 10, and you've slowed down the operator purchase for Meteor. I mean, suddenly, the 9-6 scoreline itself didn't look too bad, but with this round loss, suddenly it looks like T1 may just be running away with this map too, which would secure them the 2-0 victory, a ticket to Junction Stadium next week in the lower bracket finals, and their ticket to Masters Tokyo and Champions LA. You're gaining so much from this win.
Yeah. Of course, they had to fight their way all the way through the bracket, down through the lower bracket as well. And they meet Gen G again. And are looking now to, once again, overcome them and get all of those things that you mentioned, William. There are so many that come from winning this one best of 3. And it's a clean entry once again, and Ban's right there. He hits the shots here. Nice resetting on the aim as well. There you go.
Now, timeout once again. All right, we'll have to double check whose timeout this is.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it would have been T1's, but that would be a very strange position to take a timeout.
Yeah, may have been one of the former ones. Could have been T1's as well. We'll just have to double check that one, but a timeout does come out nonetheless.
Yeah. So that's going to give them some time to recuperate and try to hunker down and make the big comeback here. But it's looking very one-sided to the side of T1.
All right.
All right. Here we go. 10-6. This is, again, as has it been in the past moments for the bunch of timeouts we've had, a big turning point. T1, they look like they're on a freight train to heaven right now, essentially. Running away with this match. Meteor, he's looking to make a difference. He was trying so much to make a difference on attack, and this time, even in B main, is not able to do just that. Ban shuts him down once again.
Man, because of the stacking of the Killjoy util on one site, Gen G just kind of has to push out of the other side just to get information. And, they had 3 people there ready to try to push out, but Meteor gets taken out, not able to get traded back, and Gen.G just has to back up. Now their only hope is that the push out from A main is successful. So, I mean, Goddead has to stay alive in this site, but he is all alone.
He's going to take an aggressive angle. He's low on health. Hopefully he can get someone. He says he's going to back off. King gets a kill in mid. As T1 have swarmed right in front of this site onto the switch. Eco trying to hold it down. Very nice angle. Only gets one, but Goddead here in Boathouse is holding it down and immediately gets taken out. So T1 trying to bait this out with the plants. They will be able to get this plants down, it looks like.
Spike planted.
2v2. Gen.G going for both sides, but TS will win one. Now it's a 2v1. They're going to group up together, try to go for the trade.
Yeah. See how it goes. Munchkin just trying to seek some shelter. Gets one. And there it is! The flick onto him as TS in the middle is not going to be able to win that fight. He gets taken down, and Munchkin with a massive clutch. 11-6 now in favor of T1. They are 2 rounds away. It looks good for Gen.G in the beginning. I mean, they were holding down the site really well. Some of the trades were great. That first kill coming onto this one. And then just in the middle. And Munchkin says, see you later. Gives them a little salute goodbye, essentially. Here we go, trying to get out into A is TS. He gets the one on an Eco. They have the Sheriff here, and now bunch of zapping coming out here. Goddead gonna have to proc the ultimate, but he's so low already, and Meteor's just down here desperate with a Marshall to pick somebody off and have some semblance of hope for the team.
Well, I mean, Carpe is kind of stuck in wine, right? I mean, no exit here. He has the spike, so T1, they are kind of forced to choose a site more or less.
Oh,
Turned out.
he moved right at the last second, a shot one wide.
Yeah, now if Zeta was able to win that duel, then they could try to get the pinch, but they've actually created a... Oh, okay, well...
Spike down.
I was getting a little excited about this, but that stops right there.
Yeah. Gonna slow this down, certainly.
30 seconds
Munchkin
left.
and Zeta together, they say, well, we've got an orb.
Gun here.
They're just hanging out. They might just look to save right here in this position, see if Gen.G want to push into them. Doesn't look like Gen.G have any any thoughts of doing that, especially because, I mean, from here...
Oh, Munchkin's going to try to get them as they pick up these guns in the very last second.
Yeah.
Thrifty.
They're trying to... Oh, there's a kill. Goddead goes for it, picks up the gun. Nicely done.
Attack when they're suppressed. Look up their options.
All right, not the end of the world, right? You still pick up the 2 weapons. You would have only been able to pick up 2 anyway, as there were only 2 left there at the entrance into the site.
That's a big one. And that last kill. And now it is T1's turn to take a timeout.
Yep, T1 using their first one here. See what the discussion is. I mean, 11-7, it's not match point yet, and we always like to point out, no matter how big the lead, if you're not at 12 points, you cannot relax, right? Even if you win one more round, there's still the danger of going to overtime. You want to get to that match point with some margin so that when the ults line up, when the buys line up, you can go for an all-out victory to secure the map. T1 2 rounds away from potentially going to Masters Tokyo.
Yeah. A Gen.G fan and a T1 fan sitting together.
Rare sight.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Not at each other's throats. Very peaceful, at least during the match. Okay, so finally, we have the alarm bot poised in mid. Also a potential peek out, looks like, from Meteor with the support of Goddead as well. This could be the flash drive over into B-Link, right? I mean, looks like we've got some positioning from maybe a Paranoia as well from TS, looking at his position on B-Main. No, it's just the smoke, but yeah, there's the flash drive, and Munchkin is trapped.
Yeah.
He is all alone. They know the Killjoy is here.
Yeah, he's able to peek it and get that kill. Saya only 1 kill with his blades. The rest of his team doesn't really have much. Man's just going to get on into the site and hope to plant, or get the plant for the team, I should say. He's not actually holding the spike. Carpe in position.
Yeah, with that shorter weaponry here from Carpe, just trying to hold that close angle on the switch. Now the plant has not happened yet.
Last player
Ooh,
standing.
Carpe didn't expect them to come in that quickly, and it doesn't look like T1 will be picking up a plant this time around.
Man, all alone. He's trying to hide in a smoke, and it will not be good enough.
Yeah. Nice try. I mean, they took out 2 members of Gen G, but at the end of the day, Gen G take their buy round. T1 not really having much in terms of firepower. Meteor's still holding on to his Blade Storm, so that's a good position for him. Flash actually caught them on the entry.
Yeah, the flash itself was good, but they were just too quick on the swing.
Yeah, it was like 0.3 seconds too late. It was like slightly earlier. He probably just kills them both.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Now Operator online. Match point not made by T1. Meteor has the op in hand to control mid. Killjoy set up just to check for the entry into B. Weight shifted over to A site. Gen G is looking ready to try to make a comeback.
Yeah, they are poised to go for exactly that. They've got a pretty good spot here.
Meteor's just going to get detained. He tried to get 1 kill, but he has no support. TS will get the entry from Saya, though.
Yeah, and he goes right here to stop the rotation in. TS tries to drop down, but the timing is not good. He can't actually get the shot down. And now Meteor, he stays alive, but T1 are able to get on in. This is a 3v3. Blade Storm is called.
All right, well, because of the Blaze Storm, Gen G is still able to go for a retake. Meteor doesn't get the first kill. He was so low.
Oh, Munch is holding us down. It's a 1v1. He knows Man is underneath, and King is going to spray and pick up the kill with 23 health, holding on to his lockdown and clutching it for the team.
And what an incredible 1v1 mind game from King. He holds the spray to force Munchkin to not be able to peek out initially, and then he just hides back without reloading. Forces Munchkin to go for a burst, and then swings out immediately, knowing Munchkin will not be holding that for the entire duration of his clip.
TS got that one with the spot on the entry, but then he drops down and kind of loses. But at the end of the day, King able to win this final one against Ban as he locks it down. King, I feel like sometimes the only thing that holds this team together is this man right here.
Yeah, I mean, let's be very honest. Some of their wins, even early on in the season, were off the back of King. And now when they were in that slump, the only one continuously putting up numbers was King. All right, 0 point and the one-way. Once again, I mean, this is why the Omen KO so favored on this map by a lot of teams. You have so much control. Now, Gen G's not peeking off of it. They're just trusting that the utility does its work, but they're also just keeping an eye on making sure they can exit. Oh! With the Guardian, he does this with the Guardian again!
That's incredible.
This happened on Fracture. I've seen this before, Valdez.
Yeah. T1, they just want to get to 12, and this might just be the round that gets them there.
Oh, and look at Munchkin. He's still here. I mean,
yeah.
TS suspects someone somewhere, but will he spot him? No,
nope.
Munchkin gets the kill as well.
Yeah. Defender, Killjoy, lockdown. Let's see if this roots out T1, but Munchkin gets a second one. As they're trying to catch him, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. The lockdown's destroyed. Saya player, another headshot with the Guardian, too.
Oh, Saya player trying to get the operator, but he'll just deny it with the kill. He'll pick it up for himself, going into match point for T1.
Yeah.
Match point.
That's a huge round. Saya is... Sometimes it's only this player that's able to get on in there and get those first bloods and get T1 a critical round. It pushes them to 12.
Now, this is something we're seeing time and time again from T1, though. Obviously, it's part of their MO on Fracture with their composition, but they love to slow creep while cutting audio when they're at a disadvantage. And then they will strike. They just trust, you know, we're on a half buy. We're not going to win it by standard means. We just have to get a surprise, you know, first blood duel. And who better to do that than Saya player? This is how they convert so many of these rounds.
And now he's actually going to hold on to this operator. I suppose it's better than the Guardian, but generally you don't really want to pull this in. I mean, he is playing Jet, but he's on the attack. Let's see if he can get this first kill again.
If he gets this onto TS, I mean, that pretty much guarantees the site.
Missed it.
Yeah, doesn't get the first kill.
Oh, he actually, I'm taking a look at the health bars here. He got him down to like 10 health, actually.
Yeah. Must have either hit him right in the foot or through the wall there. So TS will have to back up. But now they're able to continue to pressure mid. I mean, T1, they're gaining so much map control because they know that there were members in A main, right? They checked it with the 0 point. They knew that TS was by tree. And now you've got the op watching mid as well.
Yeah, you're watching mid for the rotation. You know the Killjoy is there. You know where the turret is as well. They're able to clear that out. As now we do have the Hunter's Fury coming out from Eco. He's not able to get a kill though.
Man dodges it with the Shadow Step. He's still alive.
Eco pops out. He's got a Spectre, but it's not good enough. Traded back by Carpe. TS on 12 health still gets taken out by the shorty. This will be a plant, and it's only 2 guys left. Meteor and his buddy coming on in.
This duo, they kept Gen G alive for so many matches in the beginning of the season. Can they make a miracle happen again?
Banus 4 health.
But Saya player's on the flank. He's already in defender spot, and Goddead is dead.
It's the free kill onto Goddead. It's all up to Meteor. He gets one, clicks the spike, doesn't know where they are. And there's another kill. Takes out Saya.
Dash is online.
And he gets a third one. Meteor with a massive clutch on the B site. He keeps Gen G's hopes alive.
Clutch.
What a time to make these insane clutches. He had the crazy one with the Blade Storm in the first half. And now brings him one step closer. Look at T1. If Gen G can win this round, economy does not look good for T1. Gen G should be able to take it to overtime. Oh my gosh, and you heard the comms, they're saying that he's tagged up, yeah, and Meteor's just zoned in. Gen G, of course, not looking great on their econ either. I mean, T1, they will be able to buy up to some extent in the next round. They're just matching it, considering if they do go down on the round loss streak, they'll be able to buy up rifles.
Standing ahead.
It's a very nice timing on that recon bolt.
The 0 point catches Eco. He's all alone.
Meteor's in, actually Saya, rather. Wrong Jet. He's in, though. Regardless, here comes Saya player. In position, waiting for the rotation. Catches out TS. He's got an opportunity, but King again holds down the backside.
Another 2v2. I mean, King is doing everything he can to make this a fair fight for Gen G. Meteor spots him. He cannot win the duel.
Crispy as all hell. And Munchkin gets the last kill. Picks up the third one. And T1 will be seen at the next weekend in the lower bracket finals. They will have a chance to make it all the way. They get to Masters Tokyo as well as champions in LA.